Okay. Hi, how are you?
Oh, you inspired me. I did a red lip today. I
We
like got
did, yeah.
myself
You
dressed.
brought the red lip, and I brought the grunge and like the out of fashion tortoiseshell glasses, and
That's what mine are too. No, we're rocking it
yeah,
today.
we're tortoise. But like I think it was like 4 or 5 years ago that like the big rim like tortoiseshell were in, and since then I've like gotten two more pairs of glasses that are transition lenses. So these are not transition, which like I never grab them anymore. But anyway,
You
whatever.
inspire me with the glasses. I think since I've met you, I've purchased like another two pairs because I like having different glasses to suit my mood.
Am I influencing your eyeglass purchase?
You are.
I'm such a weird person. Like I'm like an old lady stuck in a 33-year-old's body. Like I watch CBS Sunday Morning every Sunday. I'm really into eyeglasses. These are the things that I influence. I influence eyeglass purchases, a nice sweater or cardigan. Um,
I feel like what we've been living in has made me more like that. Like I like if something is going on at 7:30, I'm like, I'm sorry guys, it's Jeopardy time and I really need to go.
yeah, well, I don't know. CBS Sunday Morning, I've always loved. Like I don't know, since I've been like an older person, like a parent, I guess. I don't know. I love the feel good stories. I cry every episode. I'm really angry when it's a repeat. Like the week after COVID-19, like came upon us, it was a repeat, and I was like, this is bullshit. I needed you, CBS Sunday Morning. I needed you.
I'm gonna try it now. So here's another thing you're influencing me on. I love it.
Whatever I can do to spread cheer. Okay, so I know you're a busy lady. Why don't you go ahead and tell everybody who the hell you are?
So I am Becky Daniels. I am a founding member of Palette Saratoga, and my day job, I'm the executive director of Discover Schenectady.
Awesome. So how is Schenectady doing? Because we're opening a second location there sometime this year, and we had just signed the lease with the Foster building like 2 weeks before this happened. So I want to hear all about Schenectady and downtown. And I know that there are just some like badass business owners that are like not gonna let this stand in their way from reopening and coming back stronger than ever.
There has been, so one thing I definitely want to shout out on the county level, there's some really cool ways that people are coming together to help each other. So my one staff member has gone every week. I've gone a couple times to help stuff food bags for people in need. So that piece has been really cool. So I definitely wanted to give a shout out on that end of things to what's going to.
Oh no, we're frozen. Are you there? Rats. I'm gonna stop. You want to try stop video? Can you hear me? Text me if you can hear me.
Hear you.
Oh, you can hear me?
Yeah, you're frozen.
I'm frozen. Okay. All right. Well, let's just keep talking. Oh, there you are again.
Oh, I can see you again. Yay.
Okay. So the food bank, it's a county initiative.
Yeah, and they're working with the regional food bank. They've got this like whole cool operation going on to stuff the bags at the Boys and Girls Club of Schenectady, and a bunch of Schenectady employees, like the library staff, are helping, which is really cool because the library is not open right now, but they're putting all of those technology skills to work in coordinating the process. So that's been really cool to see. And they're actually doing a drive-through food pantry like pickup contactless. You can drive through. I believe it's going to be at SUNY Schenectady, and they'll put the food bags like right in your car.
Oh, awesome. And then anybody can get this food. It's like available to anybody. And
there's a hotline you can call, and it's right on the county's like all their social media and on their website. So if you can't come to the drive-through, you can still they deliver as well, which is just incredible. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that everyone's being made aware of just how hard this is hitting. Like, when we're all hands on deck to stuff bags of food, like this is where we're at, and we have to come together. We have to support each other because we know any one of us could be in that line getting food for our families, and no one is not affected by this. And
absolutely.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Schenectady. That's what I love about Schenectady. It's just got like this grit about it that it resonates with me because I'm from New Orleans and right outside of I actually grew up in a neighborhood called New Orleans East, which is kind of like, just the outskirts of New Orleans, blue collar neighborhood, and just like hardworking people that just, living paycheck to paycheck, working their asses off. And it's like, that's what I think, that's what a lot of Schenectady, in my opinion, like that's my,
Absolutely.
that's what I get from Schenectady. And it feels like home to me,
I'm glad. And it will be home to you soon.
Yeah, it will be. Yeah, no, we have a lot more space in Schenectady. We have 4,600 square feet in the Foster building, and we are super excited to be there. And we're going to be expanding on a lot of the things that we're doing just, in this experience of, providing food for people and takeout and product, like food stuff that is just so tasty and delicious, and it really elicits joy, and that's what we're all about. So we're going to have the opportunity in Schenectady to kind of like scale that and grow it and be able to service more people and spread all of our goodness to them. So I kind of wanted
cinnamon buns in Schenectady.
What's that?
Will there be cinnamon buns in Schenectady?
Oh yes. Wait, Sam is actually working on different kinds of cinnamon buns, maybe like boozy cinnamon buns.
Ooh.
I know. I am so freaking excited because I'm not like a big on booze, but like just a little booze.
Yeah, just
in
like
my cinnamon buns.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely had mine with a mimosa when I got them the other weekend. So yes.
Yeah. So okay, I think this is like the biggest question that people, I think, wonder about Palette. It's like, why the hell would you have joined Palette Saratoga if you are Discover Schenectady and you're from Schenectady, you live in Schenectady, you work in Schenectady? Like, why the hell would you join Palette? I mean, this was well before
us
deciding to open there, which, come to think of it, you influenced that decision. Speaking of influence.
That was kind of part of my grand plan, I'm not gonna lie.
So yeah, just to kind of like share your story and why you joined Palette, and because we didn't really know each other before that either.
No. And even, I joke about it being my grand plan, and I'm so glad that I was able to kind of like help make some introductions that made that possible. But, I never really saw Palette as like just Saratoga. Yes, that is where your physical space is, but even the first few times that I came and met people, it's not only people that live in Saratoga that joined. And so that was a big piece of it too, as I was meeting people from throughout the capital region. And it was pretty clear that it was a movement that you were creating, even without having like a tangible knowing of what it was yet, that it was going to be much broader beyond that space where it was. But honestly, I loved the community, particularly of women. I know it's not only women, we've got some lads too, but everyone I met was just working on such cool creative projects, and whether it was their own business or they were needing a place to get out of the office, which was a nice thing for me. It was like a new creative space I could go to if I needed some inspiration or some quiet, or just to kind of break up the schedule a little bit. And so that there were so many reasons that I joined. I feel like the first time I met you there and like you got to show me around and show me what the space was going to be, I don't know, I just had a very good feeling about it, and that it was going to take over the world at some point.
Yeah, well, global domination has always been a goal of mine.
Sure.
I just like I'm big on like helping people. I want to help people do whatever it is they are setting out to do. Like, you don't have to do it alone. We're never alone in the goals that we have. Like, there's always a group of people who can, show up for you and support you. And, Palette's just where we kind of all come together physically. And I've got really exciting news that we're actually about to launch a digital component to it. It's going to be called the Palette Portal, and it's going to be a magical world of Palette online, and I'm really excited. So we're building that all out like right now, and obviously all of our members will have access to it, and then anybody really around the globe could join and have access to like all of our past events, resources, just all sorts of just amazing things. Like right now, in my experience, I'm getting bombarded with like emails of like, you should be doing this and you should be doing that and da-da-da-da. And I'm just like overwhelmed. And I'm like, I need someone to tell me like all in one place what to do and how to navigate this shit. And I believe like a lot of people feel that way because I don't think I'm exceptional in that sense. And so yeah, go ahead.
Like some of the content, especially because like I'm a little bit further away geographically where I live versus where Palette Saratoga is. I was saying to Marcella during the Writers Club the other day that like I don't always go in person because it does feel like a little bit of a trip, and sometimes I can't make it or it doesn't fit in my schedule. And so like I was like, can we do some of these virtually, like even when we're allowed to be together? Because it's nice to be able to do that. And I certainly miss the face-to-face connection, but I think like the digital membership and the Palette portal, it's awesome because it just adds another layer of being accessible even when maybe you're not close by. So I love that. That's so exciting.
Yes. No, like we're in the throes of it right now, just building it out and loading all of our past stuff, like just loading it on in there. We've been going like we were doing weekly live chats with members before COVID. And like, I always had this vision of like a place to put everything, but so COVID kind of just dictated that we do that now. And now I'm like, oh my God, we have so many, like, I'm like looking back at old conversations I had with like Jen White and even Marcella. We used to do them, just me and Marcella in the beginning. Yeah. And just like so many things that I'm like, oh my God, I totally forgot about that. I forgot about that. So it's kind of cool to look back and see just how far we've gone in a short amount of period of time. And we've been able to do that because we have such a great support system within our members. This is something I shared with somebody the other day, like, all of our members, they contribute just as much as, they take. And it's really cool to see just how, committed all of our members are, like this isn't just something, it's not all about me. It's not about, I created this and I did this. It's like, I just started it. And now the entire membership is connecting and reaching out to each other and supporting one another. Cause like, it's hard. It was hard before COVID, and it's just so cool. Like when I hear stories of like our members are connecting and working and, oh, so-and-so talked to so-and-so. I'm like, oh really? That's so exciting. Like, I didn't even have to introduce you. You guys just connected organically through Palette. And, it's just so freaking exciting because we all have our lanes of expertise, and I say sometimes I say like, stay in your lane. And I think that you can stay in your lane and still be supportive and helpful of other people in other lanes.
And want to learn about what other people's lanes are too. Like, you don't have to get out of your lane to want to know about another lane. So I think that was a really cool thing. Like a few of the early conversations I had, just like in hearing what other people were doing, it was so cool. I might not be able to even like necessarily lend help, but I can still be a cheerleader and want to know about it and at least like spread the word. There's just, people are doing some awesome stuff and it's very inspiring.
Yeah. Have you met Lauren yet? Lauren Levitt?
I don't think so.
She's working on a really incredible product, and I really don't know if it's out there yet. So I'll stop talking because I don't want to get in trouble, but it's like so exciting. And I can't wait till it's like official that we can go ahead and like tell the world about it, because it's like, it's a manufacturing product. It's wellness. I'm so excited.
That's awesome.
She's just incredible. And actually she was, like partially sponsored by another member. And this goes back to like, our members are all about like contributing and supporting in any way that they can, whether it's through their services or through their pocketbooks, So another member met Lauren at one of our open houses and they connected, and actually they were both there to learn more about Palette. They, one ended up joining, and then the other one, Lauren was kind of like on the fence because of the financial commitment. And so one of our other members like sponsored her basically. And it's just really cool because like that's shit I didn't even have in the car. Like I never ever expected any of that to happen, and it just happened naturally. And so it's freaking cool. It's so much fun to like be part of it, you know, like I know that it's my business and it's like what I created, but it's so much bigger than me. And I always had that notion that like it wasn't about me. It was about like helping people get to the next stage of what they're trying to work on. And that's something that you've had experience in, like you know, joined Palette, and so how has Palette helped you navigate that?
Oh my gosh. I mean, and I think just having a space, because it wasn't necessarily a professional move for me. I think I was looking for a community of positivity and connection, and just almost like the creative outlet, I guess, because I've said for years, like, I want to write a book. And that was something that Marcel and I talked about and connected on like super, super quickly. And just having the writers meeting and being able to join that a lot more now that it's virtual, and having that outlet and that space, or like the true crime meetup, which has nothing to do with like my job or really anything, but it was something that I had an interest in and wanted to like dive in a little bit deeper, and the things I've learned from that and connecting with other people. And so I think that was the really cool space for me, is that it wasn't, it has helped me professionally in very interesting ways with people I've met and connections that I've made, but I really joined more for the community piece of it. And that's why I never saw it as a building or a space in Saratoga. It's so much more than that.
What's cool about that, it's like a hybrid, right? It's like you get so much personal benefit out of this, but it's a business write-off.
Yeah. I love that.
It's like that line where you do like dues and membership. It's a Palette membership, and now you know your business can pay for you to like level up your mindset.
And it has been fun, to your point too, of like helping each other out. Like a big part of my expertise and background is social media and marketing, and to talk to people who need some help in that area. Again, it's not anything that I'm doing professionally outside of my day job, but just to be able to like have talks about that, because it's something that I totally dork out over. And if I can help someone kind of level up in that way, or offer advice or tidbits like that, it makes me feel really good too. And it's also helpful. So it's just such a great collection of people.
Yeah, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with like serving others is self-serving, you know. It's awesome. It's actually like really fun to benefit yourself while benefiting others.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I'm admiring your couch right now.
Thank you.
Is it velvet? Is it suede?
It's like a velvety something. It's like a blush. Yeah. When I
You
moved
into this apartment, right?
I did, back in the fall. I sold my house, which was like a really cool move. I like had this big goal. I wanted to own a home before I was 30, and it was cute, and I did a lot of work to it, but it was a lot of work, like continuously. And just the way my life was, it wasn't working for me. So I literally like sold the house and almost everything in it except my dog, and moved to an apartment and got all new stuff. So I'm like the ultimate like single lady. Like, love it. It's
like you prepared for COVID before COVID.
I'm so glad that I am where I am. Not that my house wouldn't also have been like safe and wonderful, and it was beautiful, and I shouldn't like knock it at all. It was a great space for the time that I was there. But I'm just like, I'm so cozy. I'm like, I've got space. I've got my dog. You know, it gets lonely being by yourself, but I have stuff like this to connect.
Yeah.
That's such a great spot to hunker down.
Yeah, and we'll be together again soon. I promise.
Yes, in Schenectady.
I know. I'm so excited about Schenectady. I really, really am. I mean, the space is so vast and big and open, which is the complete opposite of the Saratoga space. We just have more room to social distance.
Thank God.
See, you know, you can always find the silver lining, right?
It's so true.
All right, lady, but I gotta jump off. It was so great to talk to you and to see you, and I love that you look so fabulous with your red lips. Sometimes you just need a red lip.
I mean, this is the first I've done it in well over a month, so thank you for giving me a reason to.
I'm here for you. I'm here for you and your lips.
Love it.
All right, lady, I'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.